dated Miley. They ain't dated Selena.
With the
They ain't
fake
dated Miley
period.
again. You're going to jail!
Hi, Night Owls. Thank you for coming back and welcome to a brand new episode of the Midnight Chat. I'm Jada.
My name is Manda.
And thanks for coming to the only chat that's officially a part of your nighttime routine. So today we're going to talk about F-boys. Can I get some more dramatic music? Thank you. This topic is a lot. So before we even begin, because a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, let's do our little midnight mantra and bring ourselves here. And just know, guys, they won't hurt you. We're safe. So let's relax our shoulders, unclench our jaws, breathe in.
Take the tongue off with the roof of your mouth.
Breathe out. So now that that's all done, let's talk about the F-boys. So let's just, we love to define things because everybody has their own definition. What is the definition of an F-boy? I'll start first. They're emotionally unavailable little boys. That's what they are. That's my definition. I don't even need to go further.
That's a good one. Mine is a man who cannot commit to one woman. I believe that is a fuckboy.
Oh, so even if they're like cheating or they're just committing means like just, what do you mean?
Like I feel like if a man is at his big age of 30 and has never had a girlfriend, that's a red flag. That's what I mean.
That is a red flag.
Like if you cannot keep a relationship with one woman, you have to have several of them, and they don't know, especially that there are other women involved or you're stringing them along, that makes you a fuckboy.
I think the stringing along is a really good one because we were talking about breadcrumbs. Like, they're so emotionally unavailable that they're like, no, I'm gonna get there. Like, I'm gonna get there, and
Just give me time.
Yeah, and it becomes toxic because you think like, oh, he's gonna change. Like, he's different for me this time, but he's just leading you on.
You're not special.
You really are. I'm sorry, honey. You are special, not to him though. Let's just get that straight, because he's just. And it's like when you finally are like, yeah, that's it, I'm gonna stick up for myself, that's where the breadcrumb comes. He's gonna give you exactly what you wanted, and you're gonna be like, oh wait, he's changed, and then go back to his old like thing. So
yes.
Okay, so now we know our definition of an F-boy. What are the red flags? Like, how are you good at detecting it? Because I think I'm really good. Like,
I can spot that from like
literally,
I can smelling of DNA.
Isn't there was that show F-Boy Island? I was good.
What was that?
It's messy. It's messy. You need to watch it. It's on HBO. Y'all need to watch it too.
On HBO Max?
Yes. It's bad. So the premises of it is that it's an island and they bring 10 F-boys and 10 good guys, and they bring like 3 girls. And they date them and they try to find out who's the F-boy and who's not. And the guys are like pretending to be good, but like if your radar is really good, you know like who's bad and who's not. And this girl, honey, if you're watching, you got played. You really got played, and we all knew it. But I mean, he was really good. Like, he was really manipulative. But yeah, and if the F-boy wins, he gets money.
That's a true fuckboy. Oh my god.
He gets like $100,000 or something for playing the girl the whole trip.
HBO, we need to talk.
Yeah, so it's real. It's entertaining. It's really sad though to see what these girls be going through, but it was opening my eyes. Like, I was like, I see you. Like,
wow.
And the guy that she gets played with is a stock thing, like not even a real stock person, one of them Robin Hood like crypto guys.
The Forex traders.
I'm Garrett, and I'm a certified F-boy.
So I'm not gonna spoil it to anybody, right? But there's a part where this man's talking about like, oh, I was adopted, and like my parents left me, this whole sob story. And she was like comforting him, and she's like, I know he's not an F-boy because he's really exposing his true self.
When you look at me, sometimes it can be intimidating. So letting them know that I'm a safe place to go to, it's the way that I get them to believe that I'm a nice guy.
And then on the confessions, he was like, yeah, I just be telling stories because girls be loving that sap. But I was like, yo, no. It was real life.
Judge Mathis, please.
Not the spirit of Judge Mathis coming back to this chat.
I smell a little crack in you.
What are your red flags? Like, you guys need to let us know in the comments too. I'm gonna tell you guys. So my red flag is Snapchat. I don't care. You can't tell me you're grown and you're still on that child app and you're not an F-boy. Why are you on Snapchat? Sir, you have a 401k.
You have never
Go
spoken,
back to LinkedIn.
You have never spoken anything truer in your damn life. Snapchat at your big age.
It's so embarrassing.
It's
like
so embarrassing.
It's such an ick. It's like, ew, you got a Snapchat? Like, you really sit there using them filters at your grown age?
And plus, it's like, you know what you gonna Snapchat me at 2 in the morning. You know what I mean? Like, they're expecting nudes and all of that.
Yes.
That's the only
and then
purpose
their
of Snapchat.
numbers keep going up. Like,
Are they looking numbers?
yes.
Not the ones in your bank account?
No.
The ones on the Snapchat? Ah!
Your numbers keep going up based on people you snap. So that's how you know someone's an F-boy, because it's like, wait, why'd you go up 1,000? And it's hard to get them numbers up. That means you're sending pictures. So
wow, I didn't even think about that.
Yes,
I'm not on
'cause
Snapchat.
in like high school, that's what you did, but not like your grown age.
the
Snap score.
You have to send every day to someone.
Yeah,
to
but
keep
your
it-
snap score goes up, so they're sending.
Right,
That's one flag.
Ooh, that is so
so
tacky.
If a guy
Oh my
ever
God.
tells you Snapchat or he has one or you see it's downloaded, girl, run the other way.
No, sprint.
Run your other way.
Levitate.
What is that?
Teleport.
So also the next red flag, and this is also not to just like spot it, but this is how I quickly spot it. I know like all F-boys hate this question. What are you looking for? No, because they really hate that question, because they're just like, I'm just here to see how it goes, or
Bro.
I'm just trying to get to know you and
keeping an open mind.
Well, I'm not. You really gotta let them. And I know a lot of girls are afraid to ask these questions, but
on the first date,
you guys, not even on the first date, on these dating
before
apps.
you even leave the house,
Before
you leave the house,
apps, when they say you're so beautiful, like I want to get to know you, I want to get to know you too. What are you here for?
No,
like,
literally, that's the first. I look at my fucking hand. That's the first question I ask.
Because like, why am I wasting my time? Because that's how a lot of girls get stuck in these situations, because you are committing to a guy, you're falling for them, and you don't even know what they want. And when you argue with them and fight with them, they're kind of not wrong, because they didn't agree for a relationship. You can't just assume that's what they want. Maybe if they told you that's what they wanted and then decided to lie, then yeah, that's his fault. But sometimes y'all gotta own up. Y'all gotta open up and let them know. It's gonna have to put it out there. It's kind of harsh
facts.
truth, but it's the truth.
Facts. Sometimes you're the problem. You're the problem.
That's my radar. I don't do Snapchats. I don't do this. Oh, also, if they're very feel like they have a lot of place in a woman's situation in anything that revolves around women, sir, mind your business. So whether it's what do you bring to the table type of guy, or the type of guy who's
don't make me mad. I'm having a good day today. Don't bring up that topic again.
No, literally those type of guys who are women do this. I don't know. You could just tell. I feel like a lot of F-boys have some kind of controlling factor, because they're very egotistical and narcissistic. Yeah. So when they try to feel kind of controlling you a little bit, saying you should be doing this, you should do that, or you don't do this, you don't do that, you can kind of already tell. Even if he's not an F-boy, he's not a good guy.
Period.
So yeah.
Period.
What about you?
Okay. When the conversation gets sexual too quickly.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm just hey, this is how you spell my name, Ben Day's over talking about, let me pull up, you know what I mean? If we're already getting
the shower, I'm going to shower without me,
oh.
Those weirdos.
Yo, I hate those types of men. Y'all are trash. You're actually trash. That is truly a fuckboy, because clearly his intention is not to get to know you. He's trying to get to know your body, and I don't have time for that. So that's definitely a big red flag for me, for sure. So there's different types of fuckboys, and I've had experience with fuckboys who you gotta watch them. You gotta be careful. You gotta act like you've been somewhere before. Act like you've been outside. Because there are the fuckboys who will take you to the nicest restaurants, pull up in their Bugattis and all that type of stuff, wine and dine you this and that. But they're not trying to get into a serious relationship with you. They're just trying to. Yeah. It's almost like they're trying to fulfill a conquest, because they see how you look, or we see what you have and this and that, and they want to say, oh, I've been with this girl. But they're not trying to actually have a committed relationship with you. They're just trying to wife? Yeah, they're just trying to dazzle you with all the stuff that they have, or this and that, just so that you don't actually see who they truly are and what they're truly trying to do. So you got to be careful for those types of guys too.
So that's the high extra like egotistical ones, but there's also because I'm gonna bring it to the other level. There's the low minimum ones, the come through and let's smoke, or come through and like let me cook for you at my house. Any man, do not do it. Any man is trying to make you come to his house on any date, unless it's like date number 5 where you're comfortable with him and you want him, he wants something else. And that's the thing with a lot of these F-boys. They are not there for you. This is how you get stuck in these situationships where they won't say they're like, when you're not official, you keep asking what are we, and they're like, yeah, when I'm ready to commit, yeah, I'm gonna commit. They're not
going to.
And that's a situation where you be in these I knew someone who was in this situationship for 17 years. She was one of my teachers, and when he left her, he got married in less than 2. She's been waiting for that ring, and can you shut up? It's so annoying. And I was sitting there like 17 years.
17 years.
17 years.
Did she learn her lesson at least?
I wouldn't know. They have a child together and everything, so they do see each other. But
sorry to that woman.
Listen, if he wanted to, he would. They know. I feel like everyone just lets these men be like, oh, they're stupid. You know, men are dumb. No, they're not. They're actually really smart creatures.
Calculating.
They're literally what's it called? The hunters. Hunters aren't stupid. Hunters know their prey. They know the value of their prey. Yes. And before they attack their prey, they've already calculated that prey and know how much effort they're going to put into it or not.
Exactly.
And you guys are preys. You literally are. So just be careful with that.
That's high facts. They know how much work it takes to catch a rabbit versus a deer.
Okay, so before we get into our little game night activity, I kind of want to know, have you had any experiences with like any F-boys or like used our little thing with the radar?
Plenty enough, bro. Okay, so boom, right? There was like a trip that we went to. We had gone to Vegas. I feel like I'm gonna reference the trip a lot because it was a lot. It was during hot girl summer. Okay,
yeah.
So we were at like this cabana thing. We had our own cabana, and first of all, here is a true. Actually, this is not even fuckboy. This is just broke man. Okay, when you have your own cabana and they start trying to just hang around,
trying to come inside
like flies, just hanging around like little roaches. You know, that's weird. Like that's really weird. So there was a lot of them doing that, right? There was some guys who would come into like our cabana to try and like talk to us, and they would hit up like every single one of us because they wanted to like, they were trying to find the girl. They were trying to find the rabbits in the pack, you know. Mm-hmm. And it was like miss after miss after miss.
It was getting weird.
He was not having no luck. So when I was talking when it was my turn, and I was talking to him, we were talking about jobs because one of the first questions I'm gonna ask is, what do you do? I need to know. If you can't give me a straight answer,
why are you stuttering?
Why are you stuttering over here? I don't want to hear that.
Report card.
I'm saying it sounds like Porky Pig and all that. I don't want to hear none of that. So I was like, "What do you do?" Mm-hmm. He was like, "Oh, I work for IT," and I was like, "Oh, I'm a software engineer. What do you do in IT?" He's like, I do yeah, I do, you know, sequels. I was like, oh, so you're a database administrator. Why, you know, I do a little bit, you know, C+. Oh, so you do. Like, I don't want to hear it. He was capping. Here's the thing. He probably just turns computers on and off. Because what I always tell people, and let me put y'all on some game, because everybody's trying to be in tech right now, right? If a guy says, I work in tech, that's the equivalent of a guy saying, I work at a hospital. What do? Are you the janitor or are you the doctor? Because if you're a doctor, you would say that you're a doctor.
Good information.
Still, yes, keep that in mind. I'm gonna put y'all on some game. So he was like, you know what? He literally just got up and left. He was like, okay, I gotta go. He went on to the next one. Then he went on to her.
No, it wasn't him or his friend. I don't even know.
It was no. You were talking to his friend.
Yeah,
you were talking to his friend. Okay, his friend was a hot mess too.
So his friend was trying to like, you know, talk to me or whatever, and he was also trying to. I used my little, you know, F-boy radar. And he was like, oh, you know, I got money. I was like, that's cool. And he's like, yeah, I'm invested in stocks. So I got like a hella money on it. And I was like, oh, which stocks? Because I invest too. And he was like, oh, you know. I was like, no, please pull up your portfolio. Like, I want to compare stocks and see, like, should I invest in the ones you have? Because clearly it's making you rich or whatever. This man was like, yeah, you know, Dogecoin. Sir,
Dogecoin?
not the playful crypto. Yeah, that's it.
I cried.
And I was like, oh, really? Dogecoin? What? I was like, no, I have a lot. And I pulled out my portfolio. And I was like, oh, here's mine. Let's compare.
Ooh.
And he saw the numbers. He ran. He was like, yeah. And neatly ran out of there. Like, goodbye. So you just gotta be one step ahead. Like,
you gotta be.
Even if it is impressive, like even if his portfolio was like crazy good and stuff, it's not my money. It's not my stuff. Like, it's his stuff, and it has to get to the point where, is he gonna give it to me? Is it my money? Like, you can show me your car, but am I driving in it? So just keep that in your mind and just play less impressed. Like, share cool, like, you know, because these guys, girls be putting up their egos, and most of the F-boys I deal with, they're really attractive. So it's just like a 2 for 2. They are attractive and they're F-boys. So
literally, do not, and also
be a lot.
Yo, you make such a good point. Like, do not be easily impressed. You know what I mean? Even if you are impressing your brain, keep that to yourself.
Keep it to
you know
your
what I
friends.
mean? Don't be afraid to ask questions to these men. Like, don't feel intimidated. Like, you have a right to ask these questions.
You're the prize.
Literally.
You're literally the prize.
Don't be thirsty, okay? If you feel you're gonna scare this guy away, maybe he was worth scaring away if he doesn't want to answer a simple question.
And I really don't want to keep using the hunter analogy because, like, we're not animals and stuff, but even in that analogy itself, like, if the man or the hunter doesn't catch his prey, he's not gonna eat, he's gonna die, and you're still fine, you know? So he needs you. You're the prize. You're the thing he's running after. That's the whole reason with, like, man in that whole masculinity thing, that masculine energy is like to go out, to hunt, to prey, and you just sit there and mind your business. And if he's worthy of you, he'll get you. If he's not, then on to the next, because trust me, there's more than enough there. You just gotta wait for it and just know your expectations, you know?
Honestly, yeah. And plus, you don't want to be the girl who gets played. I mean, we all get played every now and then, but that is very painful. It's very, you know, it takes a long time to get over for some women. So don't put yourself in that position. You know, like, try and do your best to read the signs. Sometimes it's hard because you're clouded with, like, rose-colored glasses? Is that what they say? Like, when you have, like, rose
love blinds?
Yeah, like love
goggles.
blinds. Yeah, love goggles, because you want, like, this end result fantasy that you're putting onto this man, but he never promised you any of that. You know what I mean? So just lead with what's happening right now in front of you, and don't lead with what could potentially happen in the future.
And that's how you get stuck in them 17-year situationship. Saying, if you're in it right now, like, I'm just saying, evaluate your situation, evaluate your circumstances, and are you getting what you want? Because just like as a last moment, a lot of girls push away what they want to satisfy what the man wants, and sometimes you don't even realize it. You could come in the relationship saying, I want a full relationship, I want to be with this man, and then later on you're just like, wait, actually I don't want a full relationship, I'm okay with this, until you're okay with stuff you would never expect.
Yeah.
And then that's when you leave the relationship outside looking in, saying, damn, like, why did I allow him to do all that? It's because you will slowly allowed it, you know?
You wore your ass down.
Just gonna say that. Anyways, so if you guys are still watching, thank you so much. It's time for our little portion of our sleepover for our game night. So today we're gonna rate, it's our top 5. Is it top 5 or like? Yeah. So our top 5 F-boys. It's gonna be the biggest F-boys we know. It could be from a movie, a show, or like Hollywood guys or whatever.
Real life.
And number one's for us. We haven't seen each other's list at all. So number 1 is gonna be the person we think is the top, and then number 5 is like the person who starts it off. My number 5 is the person who loves that number 5, Leonardo DiCaprio. That 25 rule. I've honestly, guys, I have a few months before I'm not available to date him anymore because he be dipping at 25. So
can we call Supreme Court or something?
No,
like, you know what I mean? Like,
vibes.
it's giving predator.
Like I said, it's getting weird.
It's getting weird. Like, there is something wrong with that man. Literally, somebody like put a whole data chart of every single woman he's ever dated.
I saw.
Yes, and
25.
nobody. Yeah, except for one girl. She got to 25 and then he dumped her. So there was a clear pattern right there. And at his big age,
that's what I'm saying. I was like, yeah, it's Leo. He's so fine, blah, blah, blah.
First of all,
now it's like...
Unpopular opinion, Leo peaked at like 21.
Yeah.
Okay, like after that, I think it was because of his messy ways. He started to look a mess.
Yeah. No, he was still cute in... Never mind.
There we go.
Who's on your number 5?
So number 5 for me is I didn't really make this like a gender thing. So you don't watch Euphoria, but Jules, bitch, we gotta fight. Like she is definitely like, I know she has problems, but like, girl, I don't want to spoil it for you though.
It's fine. I don't care about spoilers. Remember?
Oh, you don't. So for her to be with Rue and then be with all these other men, granted, she was with those men before Rue, but then to sleep with Rue's friend, who Rue is doing drugs with. Jules is a hot mess. Like, she's genuinely a hot mess. So she definitely goes into my. It's messy. I'm trying to tell you. 4 minutes and 55 seconds. Y'all know.
So that's your number 5. Okay, my number 4 is Mick Jagger.
Yes.
You're not mad at the. Okay.
Yes.
His oldest child.
Yeah, he just had a baby at 71.
He's 50 years old. His oldest child is 50 years old.
He just had a baby at 71. Help! Help!
I just don't understand why men are able to reproduce at that age. Like,
please help. But we have to be on birth control?
Has so many kids. Okay, to be fair, he had a sex addiction. He talked about it and he tried to get help and stuff. So I understand that. But he's still, like I said, his oldest kid is 50. That's crazy.
Mickey.
Work on yourself, sir.
Like, Mickey, you just had a baby at 71. Like, I don't understand. Like, he's doing way too better, much.
Mick.
Dude, oh my god, all the rock stars too, like Ozzy Osbourne too, like a hot mess, sleeping with who? His hairdresser. Oh my god.
I mean,
I can't do that rock star lifestyle. Oh my god, that's a lot. But number 4 for me.
Anyways,
Nick Jonas, we gotta fight.
Nick Jonas.
Nick Jonas. I will never forget the debacle between him, the triangle.
What?
Him, Miley Cyrus, and Selena Gomez.
But that's not. I don't think that's like F-boy status.
What do you mean? They both liked him. He dated Miley. They dated Selena.
With the
they dated Miley
ring?
Again.
Yes. Ring.
Yes. He played both of them. Literally.
But is he really number 4 on the list of all F-boys?
Yes.
Oh my god.
He literally said he said they have to get over it. That's literally what he said. He's like, you have to get over it. I was like, get over it. Goodbye.
Nick Jonas. He's a happily married man now.
Nicholas.
With Priyanka.
We gonna have to fight.
Number 3. This was just embarrassing to talk about. I don't even know much about him, but YoungBoy. I just be knowing him too. These things.
No.
Because that man got every girl tatted on him. And it's like consensually.
I don't understand what it is. He had his last baby mama stabbed a girl who's pregnant. His baby mama. His first baby mama stabbed his other baby mama.
No, I want to,
him.
Can someone do a documentary?
Jada, she just beat the case, and she's still trying to be with him.
No, does she have him tatted on him?
Yes.
Probably.
Yes, she does. She stabbed a girl for him. Got away with it because of her dad is rich, and is still trying to be with him, even though he is not with her anymore.
It's another level.
He put some, I'm telling you, some voodoo.
This guy, that's what I feel like. Out of all the F-boys, I feel like I need to know more about him. Like, I gotta respect him because it's not like he's like, you gotta get me tatted, like that stupid Blueface weirdo.
Oh, Blueface is he's high fuck boy. He's a high fuck boy.
But he's like a weirdo. I feel like I give him more credit because it's like these girls are like, yeah, I'm gonna do it for him. Like, that's my man, and they be getting his government name. But that's a long name to be tatted across.
The only reason I forgot about Blueface, which I'm very happy about. I'm really proud of myself. But
Curse a Cali dog. That's what he sounds like. You can't tell him he doesn't.
He looks like a Smurf to me. I don't know why.
I guess
it's giving Smurf. No, like his features. Like, it's giving Smurf. I don't know why. But I feel like he is worse than NBA just because, at least NBA, it's like he's going into these women as relationships in some form, in some sort of way. Blueface is literally psychotic. He's R. Kelly. Like, he has a harem. They're all like in one house. Yeah. That one girl, what's her name? Like, she just got out of jail for like robbing him or doing some crazy thing. And she got out of jail. He's over here talking about she's crazy, stuff like that. Meanwhile, the next day, she's in his car. He's literally crazy.
He's a weirdo.
He's crazy. Like, he is a high fuck boy. Like, oh my God. I didn't even think about him.
Yeah, he's a lot. Okay, so who's yours?
Leo, actually. Leonardo DiCaprio was my
so
number
you put
3.
him higher?
Yeah, I think he's higher just because literally, like, at his big age,
He's a weirdo.
He's weird. He has never. What's his longest relationship? I'll put it on the screen. But I don't think he's been with a girl longer than like 2 years. Like, he is.
Dang.
There is something up with him in his midlife crisis where I really feel like he's like.
Hollywood be
there.
messing people up though.
I can imagine. He's
Especially
been in the
'cause he's so
spotlight.
beautiful and like
Yeah,
gorgeous.
I mean
Yeah.
that's the same for Brad Pitt. He was saying that sometimes he like highly resents the way you look because he was never able to get a serious role.
Yeah, it's
So
always
I can
the-
see that, but that's no excuse for traumatizing
exactly.
women. Honestly,
So my number 2 is Future, and I don't even think I need to give
Let's
a
not waste
little
our
bit
breath.
thing with
Let's
Future.
not waste our breath
you know,
here.
like I said, we've talked about him before, Mr. 38-year-old, with all them kids, and I just feel so bad that Sierra
he won't shut up about her. It's so embarrassing.
Sierra.
He won't shut up about Lori Harvey. Notice how he
She needed
doesn't.
to watch that. She needs to watch our video.
Notice how he doesn't shut up about the women who actually moved on. Like, who actually did better.
Because exactly.
He doesn't shut up about them. Everybody else mutes. But the two who actually leveled up, he has an issue. Please go to therapy. But also, like, in
Tells
his
you
music,
everything you need to know.
he's that one guy who, like, there was like a Twitter joke about it, he'd be talking about, oh, I'm depressed, popping out this and that. Everybody like, yeah, turn up. But meanwhile, in his songs, he's like literally talking about how he's like depressed and suicidal. Like, dead ass. Everybody's like, hey. But he's just like, I'm popping Molly, please help me. Like, he's crying for help.
If you've seen his, let's bring it up here, his high school photo, we understand a little.
It's disrespectful.
We get it, because that photo be cracking me up. On a bad day, I laugh at it. Like,
Okay. Anyways, moving on. My number 2 is actually Future Due. So.
Okay, so my number 1, this is the only one who's fictional, but I feel like he just deserves that spot. Legendary Chuck Bass from Gossip Girl.
Hey!
Oh
my God.
I've never seen
That man is the devil.
He's
the devil.
He is a super villain.
He's
This
the
man
devil.
He sold Blair for a hotel. He sold Blair. No, I got a list. He tried to rape Jenny.
Yes, I remember that.
He stole Blair from Nate, which was
He
his
sure
best
did.
friend.
He sure did.
Assaulted Serena.
Absolutely.
He tried to sell Blair, like I said, to his uncle for a hotel.
Like some meat.
He officially dumped Blair because he said, "You're not pure anymore, and I need a woman who's pure." Like,
Psychosis.
that
Psychosis.
is just so psychotic. And last but not least, he publicly humiliated Blair to the Gossip Girl so many times. A lot of
Literally.
these leaks were because of him, but he thought
played
it was, like,
her.
just for the fun of it. Like,
Fun.
Did she end up with him?
Sure did.
This is what we're trying to help you guys.
We're trying to help you.
Don't be a Blair Ward off.
But everybody be shipping them so hard. I mean, I kind of ship them. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I did too, but
But when you read all that, yeah, that's.
it was the episode where he sold her. I was shocked. I
literally
like,
forgot about that.
what? I know this. No. And the uncle was like, yeah, he sold me to you. I said,
Oh, I remember that. Oh my God, he's a
crazy.
crazy.
And then they tried to make it nice to him when he had amnesia and he was like in the France.
That's when you knew the show was over. Plug the show. Pull it up. Pull the plug.
That's why he has to be fiction, because that man should be in jail.
Jail.
You are going to jail.
You're going to jail.
Pack your bags. What's it called? Pack your bags, Chuck.
An overnight bag.
Chuck Mathis. Who's your number 1?
My number was actually NBA YoungBoy. It's funny how we overlapped a little bit.
NBA?
NBA, just because the length these women are going to is too much.
Yeah.
There's something wrong.
There is.
There's something wrong. So he has to be number 1 for me.
That's actually funny. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we hope you guys enjoyed today's sleepover. Thank you so much for all your comments and all your likes. And we ask for you guys to continue subscribing, liking, and following us on Instagram at The Midnight Chat.
Please feel free to leave us any messages, suggestions, advice that we can give you on our Instagram. So you can just go ahead and DM us anything that you want to say. So we'll see you there.
And don't forget to let us know who you guys think is the top F-boy in your top 5.
Who's the biggest?
Yeah,
Who's the biggest?
Fiction or not, and we're gonna see if it matches up with our list. Thank you so much, and good night, guys.
Good night.